Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're trying to find a small dollar loan because you're behind on your bills or you need your car fixed or something like that, then this video may be able to help you. But I also have some other resources. Now, this first resource is called Find Help, findhelp.org. And so, what it is, you would go here and like you would put your zip code in 63110, right? And that's a Missouri zip code. And what it does, it will tell you like all of the places where you can actually get assistance. All right. And they have like 2,458 programs in the state of Missouri, from food, housing, goods, transit, health. So you're able to find other resources, especially when you're falling behind on your bills and you need help. Hey, I'm always trying to find the easiest places you can turn to. Now, another place that I always tell you, if you work in a job, W-2 job, go to your HR and ask for this form. It's a W-4 form. So they can stop taking income taxes out of your check. That way you can bring home a bigger paycheck. That way you can get caught up on bills, right? Because a lot of the lenders, especially when you have bad credit and stuff, they're going to charge you very high interest on that loan, whether it's a payday loan or an installment loan, especially when you have bad credit. You can't go to the banks, you can't go to the credit unions. So that's the reason I continue to tell you, use the resources that are available and that are free to you to try to raise as much capital as possible before you go to these third party lenders. One of our first lenders we're talking about is three stick lending. Okay. And as you can see here with three stick lending, they go from 200 all the way up to 3,000. Now, this is a tribal lender. Okay. And so what that means is that the interest rates are regulatory by them, not the federal government. And so what that means is that they can charge you as high an interest as possible. However, because they are a tribal lender, they have less red tape. Okay. And so, like, even where I've seen clients with 800 credit scores, and because they had high debt to income ratio, banks would not give them a loan. So it's third party lenders like these tribal lenders, like three stick lending. Now, do they look at the credit? Yes. However, they look at the third party credit bureau, financial credit bureaus, to determine if they're going to give you a loan. So they're not going to do a hard pull on the credit. A platform you may want to take a look at is Viva Payday loans. Okay, now with Viva Payday loans, they go from 100 up to 5,000. The interesting thing about it, you can see, look at their interest rate though, 5.99 up to 35.99. All right, now here's the thing about it: Viva Payday loans, they are a platform. They are not the lender themselves. Okay, so you would put your information in the system and they would try to match you with the best lender that fits your criteria. Now, keep in mind, for some of these here lenders, they're not in all 50 states. So just keep that in mind. Another small dollar lender that you may want to look at is big buck loans. Now, with big buck loans, you can see here they go from 100 up to 5,000 as well, and all FICO scores are welcome. Now, here's the thing I continue to tell you guys: when you focus on these type of lenders, yes, they use the third party financial credit bureaus, but most of the time people do not get approved is because, one, they may not have enough income. So what I mean by that, with most of these lenders, they want you to have at least $1,000 after taxes monthly. Okay, that's not weekly, that's not bi-weekly, that's monthly. $1,000 after taxes monthly to help you qualify. So in terms of like the personal credit, here's the thing about it so you understand. The application that you put in, if that address is not matching the address that's in the third party financial credit bureaus, that's going to be your highest chance of denial. Okay, so they're not just going to deny you because you have bad credit, because that's what these platforms are here for. They're actually working with you, but it has nothing to do with that. They need to match up the information that's with the third party financial credit bureaus so that they can get you approved for some type of small dollar loan. All right. Another lender we always talk about is Explore Credit. And a lot of people have had success with Explore Credit for us being approved. Now, please understand by this being a tribal lender as well, a direct lender, the thing about it is the interest rates definitely going to be much higher. But again, it's less red tape. And like I said, if you follow that criteria, what I laid out for you, it makes it much easier. Now, again, please understand with Explore Credit, they're not in all 50 states. Another lender you may want to take a look at is Advanced Financial 24/7. And the reason is because, look, they offer a line of credit. And you guys know, I always tell you if a company is actually offering you a line of credit, that's the company you probably want to go with. Now, they're not in all 50 states, all right? But the thing about it with the line of credit, they only charge you interest on what you actually use. So if they give you this $4,000 line of credit, but you only use 2,500, you're only paying interest on that 2,500. And when you pay back that 2,500, you don't have to reapply. You still have that open line of credit that you can actually use. All right. So that's the reason I try to find these lines of credit because they are more helpful than a loan. Another lender, and this lender is so important. And granted, they're not in all 50 states, but why this lender is important is because it is a CDFI, a Community Development Financial Institute. And that should mean something to you because they help people that are in struggling communities that's hard to get loans and stuff. And their minimum requirement is that you at least making $500 a month. Okay, so where the other people usually want you to be making $1,000 a month after taxes, they only want you to be able to make at least $500 after taxes. Okay, now again, with the interest rate, they're more along the lines of like with the banks and stuff like that. Again, because it is a CDFI. And so you can see here it goes from 300 up to 10,000. And a better thing for some of you guys, you may have somebody that's financially struggling, but they don't have a social. Well, guess what? This is the type of lender that would work with people that do not have a social security number. Add some other resources to this video for some of you all. Look, if you having issues out of your landlord, they keep on raising your rent, or they're not wanting to fix things around the apartment, but they're still forcing you to pay rent and keep on raising it, then you can go to U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, and you can put in a complaint on them. All right. Now, there's also something else about this. They have rental assistance programs as well. All right. Now, also, you can go to housing authority, your local housing authority, to put in complaints. So, say that you moved out of your apartment and your landlord doesn't want to give you your deposit and stuff. You can go to the housing authority and you can put in a complaint there as well. Another place where you can go to get help if you've fallen behind on your rent and need utility bills and stuff. U.S. Department of Treasury. When you go here, you look for rental assistance. All right. And so with that rental assistance, you scroll down, you're going to see they're going to tell you contact 211. And the reason is because they help you with your rent as well as your utility bills. Okay. Now I know some of you all may not like these long videos, but our community needs help. And so that's the reason I try to put these resources together. I hope it helps you all. And I always encourage you to share the video if you find any value.